Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to Skilled Inspirational Academy. So today's demo would be on Big IP ASM module. It's totally currently we are offering both F5 WAF plus Palo Alto. So right now today I will be discussing mainly on ASM and Palo Alto we will have later on. So we will forward you the details for Palo Alto. So this module, what is this ASM, what is the course content. So everything would be covering on this. So I will be answering you at the last about your queries, like what are the topics which we will be covering. So let's start. So before going forward, let me tell you that what would be the course content. Then we will discuss later on some topics and how to configure lab. So the topics which would be covered on ASM would be as below. So basically, this module will help you to understand basic HTTP based attacks. It will help you to deploy, fine tune, and operate your ASM in your production environment. ASM is nothing but it's a web application firewall. So in this training, it will be around 26 plus hours training and it will be on weekends. So what all things would be covering in this? Let me show you first so that you can understand the main objectives. So basically we will be discussing about basics. So people have questions like, do we need knowledge of F5 LTM before doing ASM? So my answer would be that I will be covering the basics of LTM module also in this. So you don't need to worry, you just need to have basic knowledge of virtual servers and pool. So I will be discussing these topics in detail, like how big IP works and what are the basics. Then we will provision application security manager. So ASM and WAF is same. So F5 has introduced this both the topics. So previously other companies also have introduced ASM and WAF, but in F5 we have ASM. So we will see like how to deploy it. Then we will see what is ASM. Then we will see like how to protect ASM either through URLs hacking, either through parameter tampering. So we will discuss all the things, how to block any file type. Then we will see different templates of ASM, like how to deploy ASM through rapid deployment, automatic deployment mode. So you will not understand these terms right now, but I'm just telling you the course content which we are covering in this module. So people have queries like, why could you please tell me like what all topics are covered? What is the syllabus? So that's why I'm showing you for 5 minutes that we will be deploying all the things from basics. So my training would be from basics to advance. And the topics which will be covered related to F5 certification is F5303. So F5303 is a basic module for ASM in WAF. So this is the code for certification. So then we will see how to deploy parameter attacks, how to deploy automatic policy building. We will see layer 7 attacks, how ASM protects against DOS, DDoS, everything we will come to know in this training. Then further on, if I talk about exactly what are the course topics, which will be starting from next weekend, it will be starting with how to provision ASM. First, we will see like how to deploy our WAF in our lab. So I will be using VMware, where I will be using LTM module plus ASM module. So people have questions like how we will do lab. So lab, you would require around 12 GB of RAM. Generally 8 GB RAM would work, but if you have 10 GB RAM, then you can deploy your ASM plus LTE module. So all lab guide will be shared with you, and I will show you like how to configure it from the scratch. Then after that, we will be talking about traffic processing components. Like some people here must have knowledge about local traffic manager. But what is ASM? Why I should do ASM? If I know LTM, then why I should ASM? Because I also know Palo Alto, right? I have in market Palo Alto, Firewall, Checkpoint. But why ASM? Why people are demanding, if you see Naukri.com, why people are demanding ASM? So we will be talking about that. We will talk about traffic processing components, like what is virtual server, what is pool, what is pool member, what is security policy. So all things would be done from scratch. So now after that, we will talk about web application concepts. You should have good knowledge of HTTP layer. So because ASM protects from web application attacks. So you should know, you should have good knowledge. So I will be covering from basics, like what is web application, what is HTTP. So all things would be covering from scratch. So let me show you, I will show you further on like how HTTP data is controlled, because we will also discuss, people have question, what is difference between sir F5 ASM and Palo Alto? People have questions, customer come to you. Customer does not know what is WAF, what is Palo Alto. They will come to know, hey, Skilled Inspirational Academy, could you please deploy one device which can protect from latest OWASP top 10? This is the customer requirement. This will be coming to you. Now you should see, can Palo Alto protect from it? Does Palo Alto has capability to protect from parameter tampering attack? I will show you like which I was talking about. What is parameter tampering? Can Palo Alto protect from cookie poisoning attack? Can Palo Alto protect from DDoS attack? Yes, Palo Alto can protect from DDoS attack. But what is the difference between ASM and DDoS? How ASM protect DDoS, how Palo Alto protect DOS. So all things would be covering from scratch. Then we will be talking about, this is very important term. When you go to your interview, first question they will ask about OWASP top 10. Can someone tell me what is OWASP top 10? Have you worked on that? Can ASM protect it? You should know this. Even if you are network engineer, right now, you know that we are happening lot of application attacks. That's why F5 has introduced ASM. It protects you from OWASP top 10. Then we will see security policy deployment. So in security policy deployment, we will see, suppose there are two cases. One, you have a customer, then you have F5 in your picture, then you have application team, or I can say database team. So what you need to check with them, what data you need before deploying ASM, because ASM, it means application plus security plus manager. I will go from basics. We need to understand what is application, how it works, then how security is applied on our web application. Then we will talk about total management. So that's why people will come to know. Sometimes application team says, I don't have knowledge of my application. What is URL? What is 5 type, which is used in my ASM? What is the parameter which is used in my ASM? I don't have a knowledge. I don't know what is my operating system running on my application. So I will show you, like when you go to the application team, when you go to the application team, before deploying ASM, what you need to ask. This is another interview question which will be asked. So this all topics we will be covering with theory, practical, live scenarios. I will be covering all live scenarios. Then we will talk about certification. People keep asking us, sir, do we have any dumps? So guys, I really respect F5. F5 does not sell any dumps and don't refer any dumps. I promise you that F5 and our training can help you. We can provide you, but you need to work hard. Don't refer any dumps. We are here to help you. We can help you in guiding you how to clear your interview. We can give you tips how to clear certification, but you need to study one thing: hard work. That is the dictionary which is in Skilled Inspirational Academy. People will say you that I'm giving you training or something. I don't prefer any dumps. That's my first thing. I can help you in deploying WAF. I can help you step by step to understand concepts. I will help you to deploy your security policy. I will help you to understand attack signatures. Okay, everyone knows what is attack signatures, but how to create your attack signature, how to manually create it, what is inside the signature. Everyone, when I take questions, when I ask interview questions in my trainings, people say that we know attack signature, like this is the pattern of frames through which Palo Alto or ASM protect. But can you tell me like how patterns are created? We need to understand this thing, how to review signatures. Because if you don't know attack signatures, if you don't know attack signature definition, you cannot protect SQL injection attacks. You cannot protect cross-site scripting attacks. So we will talk about this, how to create manual signatures, what is attack signatures, and everything. Then there is an important term which comes into mind is what is positive security model, what is negative security model. Positive versus negative security model. What is the difference? So we will talk about this, like how to fine tune. Deployment, you will deploy it. Another question is like how you can fine tune your security policies. So you need to understand how to fine tune your security policy in F5 ASM. Customer says, okay, I have deployed application, then you need to work with your application team. You need to understand what is operating system. Let's say I have a requirement, I have client, I have ASM, okay, I have one web app. Let's go to the paint. Just let me open the paint and I will show you there. People have question like why I need to deploy. So customer comes to you, this is my customer. I have F5, I have LTM module plus ASM module. Then I have web app. Then I have database server. So how ASM protects this? Basic role would be like how F5 ASM would protect your web application. I need to protect my internal web application. I want to protect from my internal application through ASM. How I can protect it? So we need to understand this. Customer will say, customer don't know anything. Customer says that I have an web application. I need to protect it. I need to protect it from any new attacks. Can you do it? Now here, what would be the first thing which will come into your mind? You will go to the customer. You need to understand, are there any banking customer or any other customer? How many application they need to deploy behind Web5 ASM? How many application they need to deploy? So you need to understand this thing. Okay. Six customer says I need to deploy two application behind my web F, my F5 web. Now, what would be the first thing which you need to come across? You need to understand what is the operating system of web application. Second thing, you need to understand what is the database server they are using. Are they using MySQL? Are they using Oracle? You need to understand this thing. Third thing, you need to understand web application language. Language can be PHP, it can be .NET. So you need to understand your application is deployed in which language. You need to understand this. After that, fourth thing which will come into picture is you need to understand the framework of your application. So framework can be either Apache framework which application is deploying, or it is Tomcat. So you need to understand these things before deploying ASM in your environment. So let's come now into the picture. Why F5 ASM? What is ASM? What is WAF? What is difference between WAF versus ASM versus advanced WAF? What is difference between F5 ASM versus Palo Alto or any layer 7 firewall? We will discuss this now. So previous things I have discussed, like customer comes to you, you need to understand three important things. You need to understand how many applications you need to deploy, what is the operating system, what is the web server technology you are using. You need to understand these things. You need to understand what is the database. If you are clear with it, you will, it's easy to deploy ASM. Now let's talk about little bit on what is ASM module. So let's go into the picture. So this will be our course agenda totally. This is the basics which we will discuss. I will have 15 to 20 minutes today, then we will discuss later on. But you need to understand what is ASM overview, web application concepts, vulnerabilities, and security policies. So let me just start it, like introduction and overview. So first of all, everyone has a question like what is F5 ASM? So ASM and WAF is same term. WAF means web application firewall. That's it. ASM is application security manager. So it will help you to protect your application from attacks. So it can be your application can protect from either your SQL injection attacks, your OWASP top 10, either they can protect against your cookie parameter tampering, All these things would be coming in picture. Another things they protect is from brute force attack. We will cover all these things. It's not like I will cover basics, how to cover, but I will show you in the lab like how we can protect brute force attack, credential stuffing, all these things in picture. You don't need to have any prerequisite for this course. You just need to be with me and we will work together. And I cannot say that I will make you expert, but I can make you ready for your interview. And you can also understand your basics. I can make you perfect in basics. Let's rest, it's up to you. You need to work hard. So basically F5 ASM is nothing. It will protect from all latest HTTP related attacks. So I will show you like how it protects it, what we want to configure in ASM. We will come into this later on. Next step, we will come to know like web application concepts. So before going further, you need to understand what is web application, how web application works. Because sometimes your application owner does not know. Your application owner does not know what is the operating system using in web application, what is the language framework, what is file type, what is URL. So you need to understand this term, how you can see from ASM, why ASM has knowledge of web application. So here, let's come into web application concepts, how it works. What is web application? So basically, I have already talked like I have client, I have F5, then I have web server, then I have application server, then I have my database server. This is DB. So application has main three components which comes into picture. So your F5 has visibility up to this. So whatever response coming from F5, it can protect it. No, if suppose someone has got access to my database, this is got hacked. Okay. Now F5 has a capability to see the patterns. It can match whether your SQL injection happening on database or not. So I will show you like how F5 protects you from attack signatures related to database. So basically in the picture, let me show you when you open your browser. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me go into the browser. Go into my browser and let me show you. So when I type https dot www.google.com, so this is how your browser is interacting with your web application. So you have Google in the picture, but you don't know what is behind your Google. You don't know what is web application servers, how many servers are handling this Google application. You don't know what is database server behind is this is Google. Is there any cookie poisoning attack happening? Cookie attack happening? Is there any parameter? Suppose I have, okay, let me open my web browsing tool. So how I can see what are happening behind my application. So I delete this. So when you go here, you can see that we have in Google Chrome or anything, we have a web browsing tool, or in our lab environment, we will be using Fiddler. So Fiddler will give you all the data related to HTTP request and HTTP response header. So I will see like if I will perform some attacks, I will see like how SQL injection is happening, how cross-site scripting is happening, So we will discuss about this, like how F5 can read this HTTP request and respond. Suppose I open, okay, let me delete this. I open google.com, or here I type flip google, google.com, then I type flipkart.com. I open this flipkart.com, I log in into this, I buy any mobile. But so you can see, let me open one of the mobile here. So can you see this price? Right now this is 15,000, but suppose if this website has vulnerability of parameter tampering, I can change this price. I will show you how we can change the price of any item and how F5 ASM protects it. That is how you need to understand like how your web application works. So I can, right now it's showing 15,499, but I am a hacker. I got access to my Flipkart database. So I can go here, I can change into 10,000 rupees. So that is called your parameter tampering attack. How F5 will read this? Like there is some parameter change. So it will come to know through HTTP response header. So you in browser also there is a concept which is called web browsing tool. Like Fiddler we have here also, you need to go here, you need to go to more tools, and you need to go to developer tool. So here you will get every detail like what are the elements. So here you will get layout, components, what is HTTP request. So let me show you network tab. So in network tab, you can see, or you can go to application tab, you will see local storage, what is the web SQL. Because this is hide, it will not come into know. But suppose you have deployed this application on web5, you will able to see what is HTTP request, what is HTTP response. So it will show you everything related to your header. So let's come again to the picture like how our web application works. So I've showed you like you type http dot flipkart.com. In this, your browser will be interacting with your web application by sending HTTP request. So let me show you in Paint like how your browser send the request. So you have, let me draw it. You have client, then you have F5, then you have your web application. So in this case, first client will send request to your F5. This will be happening through three-way handshake because F5 is a full proxy model. If someone has confusion on this, people must know that by default F5 is full proxy model. What does full proxy means? F5 is called full proxy. Full proxy means there are two sessions. One is from client to F5. One session is between your F5 to the server. Suppose I say this session is encrypted. I want my front end session to be HTTPS, but my backend connection is on plain text. So F5 has visibility of this front end connection also. F5 has visibility into backend. So whatever request is coming to server, server will send to F5 in based on your response header. And this one is your request header. So if I talk about request header, so request header is this one. So I delete this. So my client, my PC, my F5. So when I type HTTP abc.com, that is called HTTP request. So I will show you like what is the component in HTTP request header and what is HTTP response. So HTTP response would be the reply packet. So GET request will go from client, then it will go to your server based on load balancing algo. Then whatever reply would be coming is in form of HTTP response. So F5 ASM protect both from HTTP request header and both from response header. So my question is, can your layer 7 firewall has visibility of HTTP response header? If someone change, let's say I have bought a shoe which has a price of 12,000, but hacker has changed this price to rupees 10,000. Will my firewall detect it? Has my layer 7 firewall capability to handle HTTP response? I know that layer 7 firewall has a capability. Everyone says that Palo Alto or Checkpoint, or you can say FortiGate, can protect from layer 7. But my question is, does they have visibility if someone comes and change your HTTP response header? Does it has capability? Does Palo Alto come to know that any parameter got changed? Or does Checkpoint come to know that if any parameter change, will it protect it? Okay, another important thing here. People have question like what, okay, let's say it does not have this capability. Another difference is, does your layer 7 firewall or IDS or IPS has knowledge of like your applic, can they detect that your web application is running on PHP, ASP, .NET? Can they apply? We say that layer 7 can protect from attack signatures from SQL injection. But can I apply on layer 7 firewall attack signatures? Suppose, let's say, my question is, can we apply attack signatures based on operating system, based on my programming language? Can we apply this? Can we apply attack signatures on layer 7 firewall? So this will be my question after this class. So you will understand why ASM is important. I'm not saying that we don't need Palo Alto or Checkpoint or something, but what is the main difference? Why I need ASM also? Why people are more demanding right now in interview? They ask you, you should have knowledge on Palo Alto. You should have knowledge on Checkpoint. You should have knowledge on F5, LTM module, GTM, ASM. You should have knowledge on programming language. Why they are asking this? Why they are focusing on F5? Because there can be something, right? Companies understand the strength of ASM. They know that I know that firewall can protect from basic attacks, but we need to understand what is other capability of ASM which firewall cannot do it. So you need to understand first like how HTTP works. So let's say, what is the main difference? Let me now draw a diagram. So I have devices, I have mobile, I have PC, I have internet, I have my firewall, then I have my F5, then I have my web app. So this is the topology. If someone has F5 ASM deployment, so this is how they deploy it. They deploy firewall on the perimeter layer, and they deploy ASM in front of your web app. So people ask questions like where you will deploy ASM. People will ask if I have a firewall, then I have to deploy ASM. So can I deploy it and where I need to deploy it? So ASM is deployed in front of web application. So web application firewall. So this is the topology. You need to take care of this topology. We will be discussing this topology in detail, but this is the basic topology where I have firewall also in coming in picture, where I have F5 ASM also in coming in picture. Now another thing they come to know, like WAFs, why WAF? So WAF can, let's say WAF and let's say firewall. WAF can protect from portion of network traffic. They can protect your application from attacks. But firewall, why firewall is needed? Firewall is basically needed. It can protect your whole network. I can protect one zone to send traffic to another zone. So that's why I need both WAF. WAF can protect your apps. Firewall can protect your whole network. So WAF is needed to protect your public applications, which are accessible from internet, because that has major chances to have attacks. Hackers have visibility to application. Some people has question. Another question we will discuss: can your layer 7 firewall protect from OWASP top 10? This will be discussing in detail. Can layer 7 protect from all OWASP top 10 attacks? So I say that they can protect some OWASP top 10. They can protect some SQL injection. They can protect from cross-site scripting. But can they protect from parameter tampering? Can they protect from cookie poisoning? So we will be discussing in detail. Can they protect from web scraping? So I will come to know about web scraping attacks, server side injection attacks, and everything. So now let's say why WAF, what is the advantage? First advantage is WAF has dedicated engine. I will show you like how it can detect it. WAF has a dedicated engine which can perform decoding of traffic. It can decode your HTTP GET and response header. So it has capability of traffic decoding. It has capability, it has knowledge of web protocol and language. Another thing, it has dedicated SSL engine with this feasibility. Third thing, what it has is it has attack signatures database. Palo Alto checkpoint also can protect, but we will see what is the difference between attack signature which are on F5 and what are in other things. Other thing which they can protect is, what is another advantage of WAF is they have a capability to reach HTTP response data. They can protect, they can another question for me. I don't want my sessions to be boring, so I keep asking question. Can my firewall has capability to learn, let's say, let's take an example, let's say by figure, because by writing or something people will not understand more, so I prefer diagrams. Let's say I have an F5, I have a firewall in picture, then I have web app here, I don't have F5 here, I have a client. But in here I have F5, I have firewall, then I have, so topology would be client, firewall, F5, then I have web application. My question to everyone is, can your firewall able to identify what is coming on HTTP layer? Can they provide you what are the URLs used in web application? Can they provide you the parameters? Can they provide you the file types which are using in web application? Does they have any learning capability? Does firewall has any learning engine? Like, can they provide me? I want to find that what are the URLs, parameters, and file type in my web application. Can they provide it? Can they provide me the map of all these things? No. But your F5 WAF can provide you, it can provide you the mapping. So map means it can provide you systematic diagrams of your URLs, your parameters used in your application, and it can provide you web application signatures. So this is how F5 learning engine capability is there. But your firewall cannot protect it. They cannot provide you this. Another thing is, can they detect any code injection attack? Like if I have some code injection, I want to send something like I want to protect any cross-site request forgery attack, which we will be talking about. So can they protect it? I know that F firewall can protect you from brute force attack. I know that firewall can protect you from DDoS attack and DOS attack. But do they have capability? I want to protect, I want to block any parameter. Like I want all my parameters to don't get modified. Someone cannot modify it. Can they have a capability of this? No, it does not have that capability. Can they have learning engine? Can firewall can detect what are the URLs, parameters, and web application signatures on my HTTP layer? So that's why everyone says that F5 WAF protects from HTTP layer attack. That's why works on layer 7 because it needs HTTP profile. So I'm not saying we don't need Palo Alto, we don't need checkpoint. F5F can be done. But what I have seen in companies nowadays, they are using hybrid technology. So they all, so best practice, what I am saying is to use both firewall and WAF, which is called F5 WAF or any other WAF, because it can protect from whole network. So firewall can protect your network. Someone, if someone wants to go and connect to another network, it can protect it. But F5N can protect your application, which is web application, which is towards internet facing. It cannot protect your whole network. Whole network can only be protected from Palo Alto, Checkpoint, or any other firewall. So in my case, best practice should use with both technology, F5 versus Palo Alto both, or Checkpoint or ASA. So this is how F5 WAF is an advantage. Let me show you little bit like what we'll be doing more on this part. Just give me 1 minute. So this is how our web application is. So we will continue using this. We will talk about architecture, like how web application work, what is database, what is HTTP. So we will talk about this in detail. Let me show you one more diagram. So this is also important. People will ask you like, can I protect my web application if it is properly patched? Can I protect it if my web application is patched? So why need I need WAF? So new code is written, okay. You have an application which has written the new code, but they are not tested properly. Attacks can be launched every day. There can be 0-day attacks. There can be other attacks. So code can be written by third party. They are badly documented. So how you can protect it? Can your web application owner protect it? No, they cannot protect it. So solution is either, so this either you have some device which can protect from application specific protection. They can validate your input data. They will help you to provide you like if there is any mismatch in user data input validation. They can provide restriction to parameters, whether it can be static parameter, tampering attack or something. They can protect from 0-day attack signatures, cross-site scripting. So that's why this is the advantage of F5 WAF. So this is how it is. So we will talk about phenomena, which I have shown you already, that we have devices, we have network firewall, then we have ADC. Can you see this? This is how your firewall and WAF are deployed. I will not go that much in detail, but I will be covering everything. So we will be talking about all this vulnerability in our picture. How F5 would protect from parameter tampering, buffer for attack, third-party misconfiguration, cross-site request forgery. All these things will be coming in picture. It is just an overview, but we will be covering everything from the scratch. I want to show you one thing more. So we will cover everything or every lab. I just want to show you. Let me show you some advantage like how we deploy and how F5 protected. So I will go into my lab and I will show you. So I will just open. I will close this. I will just open my lab, HTTPS 192, my IP address. I will go to advanced. So I will go here. So this is my F5 module. Here I will be doing all the labs on my VMware. And you don't need to worry about license. So you can practice every lab of ASM with 30-day free license. It's not like Palo Alto or something checkpoint where you need license and you need to pay it. So if I provide you 30 days license free of cost. So in this case, you will go, first of all, you need to license. So right now, I only have licensed my local traffic. How I can license it? So let's perform one lab how to license my ASM module. So I will go to secure system tab and I will go to resource provisioning. So can you see this? If someone has little bit knowledge, but I will be covering this part in ASM training. If someone has little knowledge, they can see that ASM is not provision. It's showing none. So we have to deploy this ASM module with LTM so that it can protect my virtual server, because security policies are applied on my virtual server, because F5 by default is a deny device. Until you create a new virtual server, you cannot apply your ASM security policy. So let me show you one lab where I will create one server and how to protect that virtual server from attacks. First of all, I will deploy F5 ASM. I will do click on this, then I will select nominal and I will just provision it. So it will say reprovisioning may start 3 days. So I will say I will save it. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes. Can now it's been restarted it. Now you will see that we will have security tab. We will have F5 tab, which is LTM. So now we will come into that in picture. So previously we were only seeing local traffic tab, but now we will have both security tab in picture and we will have LTM also in picture. So if it will take some time. Let's give us some time. So let's wait for 2 minutes. So it has deployed it. Let's talk. It will take some time. Right now it's showing offline. So let's give us some time. But can you see this? Now I have both local traffic module and security module. So we will be talking in this training all about security tab. So F5 ASM has a separate tab which is called security tab. So now let's see. It's still coming up. It may take some time, depends on your RAM. So I will show you how it goes. So can you see this? These are the modules we will be working on. Application security. So when I go here, I will be creating policies. So I will create, let's say I create one policy. So I'm showing you, I have a client, I have F5 in picture, I have web app. I want to protect my virtual server with WAF. Suppose I have a virtual server with marketing website. I want to protect Skilled Inspirational Academy from attacks. So what I will do is, first I will create security policy. First ask everyone, if someone says that I have to deploy WAF, I need to first create security policy. So like in firewall, we create policies. In this also, it's the same concept where I need to create security policies and I will call in my virtual server. So I will just delete it. I will go and I will do next. So here I will just say new virtual server and I will say next. So what type of protocol your application use? I will say HTTP. Let's say, just give me 1 minute. I will go security, application security. I will say do not associate with virtual server. Let's do not associate with any virtual server. We will manually define it. So I will do next. So there are 4 options which we'll be talking about. Can you see this? One is automatic. One is rapid deployment and one is using vulnerability assessment tool. So there are terms when we can deploy automatic. When application team does not know what is how my application works. So in that case, I need to deploy automatic policy module. So in that case, ASM will give you suggestion, which is your weak parameter, which is your weak file type, which is your weak URL. So application does not know how application works. Then there is another mode, which is called manual mode, where your application owner is also intelligent. Third mode is using XML. There are applications which are based on XML or JSON. You need to protect it. So you can use deploy the template. Fourth one is using vulnerability tool. Like I want to create any policies and I want to integrate using Qualys, IBM, AppScan. Suppose I have a vulnerability, okay? My vulnerabilities are categorized by Qualys. So I can create a security using third-party vulnerability assessment tool where ASM will help me to resolve that vulnerabilities using strict signatures. So you can deploy and integrate third-party tools also. So let's say I create one policy which is using automatic. I will select this option and I will do next. So I will give security policy as anything. So see, can you see this? It has a capability. Thus firewall gives you the capability. What is the application language? So I will say, I will selecting Unicode. So here is the important task. You need to ask your application team, is it Windows operating system, Linux operating system? What is web server they are using? Are they using Apache? Are they using Tomcat? Are they using any JBoss? So let's say my application operating system is Windows. So I will select here. My Apache web server is Apache. My language is, let's say, PHP. And what is the database? So you need to take care of this thing. If you know that your operating system is Windows where your application is running, your server is Apache, framework is PHP, database server is SQL, then you can apply security according to that. So I have selected this. Now what I will do is I will go downwards and I will do next. Now it will give me options whether I need to deploy policy strictness. So it has capability like fundamental, enhanced, and comprehensive. So comprehensive is more strict. So they will provide you more strictness. So we will talk this more details when our batch will start. So this will help you to protect against HTTP layer attacks, file type, attack signatures, buffer overflow, phishing attacks, everything it can detect. So I will do next. And I will just finish it. That is how to create a security policy. First method everyone needs to follow is like how security policy module is deployed. So I will finish it now. It will take 1 minute or 2 minutes, depends on your processing power of your laptop. Now then I will show you how we can apply security policy on my virtual server. Let's give us this time. So now it has gone. Now I will go to my virtual server. I have one of my virtual server, let's say this. I want to apply security policy in this. So I will go to security, policies, and here I need to enable my application security policy and see. Here it will show you by default in your virtual server, your application security policy is disabled. You need to just enable it and you need to call your security policies. So what I will do is I will apply this. Then you can apply other features. I will just update this. This is how you can protect your virtual servers. So I will go again here. Here I will go. Now my virtual server will be protected from every HTTP layer attack. Now I will play here. I will see that my security policy. I will open it. Here I will play with this property. By default, in production, you cannot make your policy in blocking because your traffic, legitimate traffic can also get blocked. So by default, there are two modes, enforcement mode. One is transparent and one is blocking. So transparent mode, what does transparent mode means? It can just generate traffic and give you logs, but it does not block any traffic. Blocking does not happen. But in blocking mode, it will give you logs also. And if there is any violation, which ASM is detecting, even if it's false positive, but from ASM, it's an attack. So F5 ASM will block that. Then customer will come to know that this traffic is getting blocked. Then you need to troubleshoot. So this is how we will see different properties like how to what is different transparent mode. Then we will talk about this all parameters. This is the major topics which we will be discussing it. Like I will go here to advanced, like how board protection is there, how data guard works. These are how parameter tempering is working. If I want to, I want my parameter type, like let's say, let me give you one example. Let's say I have a parameter. I will go to my parameter list. I will create one parameter, which is alphanumeric. Or let's say I define my parameter to be, which is mobile. I, I will say my data type is phone and it can be maximum length of 10. So in this case, if mobile parameter, like let's say my mobile is 9817187997, but someone enters 9817187996. So ASM will not allow it. So can your firewall protect it? Someone enters long parameter value. Can your Palo Alto protect this? So this is how we will discuss everything. So so right now, guys, I will be stopping recording and I will tell you like what we will be covering. We have told this, and I will tell you my offer, like what we'll be covering it, and then you can ask your questions. I will unmute you all. So I'm just stopping sharing. I will just stop the recording.